A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a provocative display of military might, North Korea launched multiple short-range ballistic missiles into the Eastern Sea on Tuesday, as reported by South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff. This demonstration comes just hours before the highly anticipated U.S. presidential election, raising concerns about the geopolitical implications of North Korea's actions at this critical juncture. The missiles reportedly flew approximately 400 kilometers, 250 miles, although the exact number of missiles fired remains unspecified. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba confirmed that the missiles landed outside of Japan's exclusive economic zone, and there were no immediate reports of damage. This latest launch follows a recent flight test conducted by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un of the country's newest intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, which is designed to reach the U.S. mainland. In a show of force, the United States responded to that launch by deploying a long-range B-1B bomber in a trilateral military exercise with South Korea and Japan on Sunday. This military maneuver drew sharp condemnation from Kim's influential sister, who accused North Korea's adversaries of escalating tensions through what she termed aggressive and adventuristic military threats. South Korean military officials have indicated that North Korea is likely to intensify its military displays in the lead-up to the U.S. presidential election, aiming to capture the attention of Washington. The South Korean Military Intelligence Agency disclosed last week that North Korea has likely completed preparations for its seventh nuclear test. Analysts and officials believe that North Korea seeks to leverage an expanded nuclear arsenal to extract concessions, such as sanctions relief, from the United States following the election of a new president. There is a prevailing belief that Kim Jong-un would prefer a victory for Republican candidate Donald Trump, with whom he previously engaged in high-stakes nuclear diplomacy from 2018 to 2019, viewing him as a more favorable counterpart compared to Democratic candidate Kamala Harris. During her campaign, Harris made it clear that she would not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who were rooting for Trump. In a recent claim, North Korea asserted that the Hwasong-19 missile tested on October 31st is the world's strongest ICBM. However, experts have pointed out that the solid-fuel missile size may render it impractical for wartime use, and North Korea still lacks critical technologies necessary for a fully functional ICBM, particularly those that ensure the warhead's survival during atmospheric re-entry. Tensions between North and South Korea are currently at their highest in years, as Kim continues to flaunt his expanding nuclear arsenal and missile capabilities, while allegedly providing military support to Russia in its ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Reports from the U.S. State Department indicate that as many as 10,000 North Korean soldiers are stationed in Russia's Kursk region, near the Ukrainian border, preparing to join Moscow's efforts in the war. Should these soldiers engage in combat, it would mark North Korea's first involvement in a large-scale conflict since the conclusion of the Korean War in the early 1950s. Following a meeting in Seoul on Monday, senior officials from South Korea and the European Union expressed serious concerns regarding the potential transfer of military technology from Russia to North Korea, which could enhance North Korea's nuclear capabilities in exchange for troop support. Such transfers could undermine international non-proliferation efforts and pose a significant threat to peace and stability on the Korean peninsula and beyond. In light of North Korea's escalating nuclear threat, South Korea, the United States, and Japan have been ramping up their joint military exercises and updating their nuclear deterrence strategies, which are centered around U.S. strategic assets. North Korea has consistently characterized these joint military drills by its adversaries as rehearsals for invasion, using them to justify its relentless pursuit of nuclear weapons and missile development. During a UN Security Council meeting on Monday, North Korea's ambassador, Kim Song, defended the nation's nuclear and ICBM programs, asserting that they are vital for self-defense against perceived nuclear threats from the United States. He emphasized that North Korea would accelerate the enhancement of its nuclear capabilities to counter any threats posed by hostile nuclear states. U.S. Deputy Ambassador Robert Wood reiterated that the United States cannot remain passive in the face of North Korea's expanding nuclear program and the increasing risk it poses to U.S. security. Wood also called on Russia to clarify the presence of North Korean troops on Russian soil. In response, Russian Deputy Ambassador Anna Evstigneva dismissed the inquiries as unnecessary, stating, "We're not in a court here, and the questions of the United States, in the spirit of an interrogation, is not something I intend to answer. As Americans head to the polls to elect their next president, the international community watches closely, aware that the outcome could significantly impact the dynamics of U.S.-North Korea relations and the broader security landscape in East Asia. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.